Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. How are you guys doing? Hope all is well. Hi, I am Pamela. Please enjoy the photos. Today, I would like to share with you or to talk to you about the signs men give before they cheat and while they are cheating, what to do. If you know what I mean, what to do. Okay, for men who are listening, please don't hate me. Don't hate me. You see, I have been cheated on more than once. I have been cheated on before more than once. So I do know exactly what I'm saying and what I'm talking about because it is true. Now let me ask, have you been cheated on? If it happened to you, then you know this is not a good feeling and it can have a devastating effect on you. Infidelity can cause depression, and it drives some persons insane. It drives people mad. I know persons who have gone insane, gone out of their mind from infidelity. So yes, it does happen. Most people usually give signs before they start actually cheating. They usually give signs before, if you know what I mean. The red flags, so to speak. So today we discuss the topic of cheating, meant to be specific. I will also do another video on the women when they are cheating, so look out for it. Okay, let me ask a question. Ladies, if your man or your husband is cheating, would you know? And would you know what signs to look out for? How would you know? If your man is cheating and you found out, tell me, how did you find out? What were the signs that led you to that knowledge? To that knowledge, what were the evidence? How did you find out? Comment below, comment in the comment section and let me know. Let's talk. Let's talk. So, what is cheating? Cheating is the act of being unfaithful to your partner, whether male or female. Yes, it's called infidelity as well. Cheating is something that has affected many of us, including me, like I said before. Keep in mind that if you are having a rough period in your relationship, it doesn't mean your man is cheating. And from what I've realized is that your interest for each other sometimes comes and goes, if you know what I mean. Sometimes it comes and goes. And it also depends on if you're feeling secured in your relationship or not. Yes. Okay. So let's go into the deeper section now. What causes a man to cheat? Do you know what causes a man to cheat or what causes a woman to cheat? These could be some of the reasons why a man cheats. Let me ask first. It's a possibility that the man, your man, that he feels neglected by you, his partner or his wife. It's a possibility that the man feels neglected by you. It also may be that he doesn't think his sexual desires are being met in the bedroom department. Meaning that he's not he's not getting his satisfaction in the bedroom. He has a need for a variety. It could be also that his partner has an anger issue. He probably has a low self-esteem, low commitment. It could be a lack of love and affection. Please be aware that before men cheat, they become mentally detached from the relationship. And if he feels he's not being satisfied, he is going to seek that satisfaction elsewhere from someone else. Here are some of the signs you can look for if your man is cheating. Okay. Is he unnecessarily picking fights with you. He may show a lack of interest in you. Before you were the apple of his eye, so to speak, and he couldn't get enough of you, but now he's so different. He's not interested. He doesn't have that interest in you anymore. Does he continue to take you out like he used to? He doesn't take you out like before when he used to take you places. Has that changed? Has his routine changed? Has he become a changed man? Is it that he gets very critical about you? You have some men sometimes when they get, bored of you and get tired of you, they become very critical about you. So I'm asking, has he become very critical about you? Things that didn't bother him before now suddenly becomes a problem. Have you seen that? It could be that he has cheated before. It could be that he has cheated before, so he cheats on you. He puts no effort in the relationship between you both. Are you experiencing that? That you're the only one putting the effort and he's not putting the effort that he should be putting? He may also insist that he and the other person are just friends. He and the other person in question are just friends, when it's not. He no longer text or call you during the day like before. You have some men, they are so excited about you. At first, they will text and call every day. Has he stopped doing that? Or has he gone less in doing it? Is he sharing less time with you these days? You used to hear about his day at work, when he goes to work and he comes home, he used to tell you what his day was like. But nowadays, nothing much. You're not hearing much from him anymore. And has he become very secretive? Before, he would tell you where he is and where he's going and with whom he's going, but not anymore. And he won't include you in his whereabouts either. He tries to make you look crazy. He might try to make you look like you're the crazy one. He gets very irritated easily these days. You are not having frequent sex anymore. Have you noticed that? The sex in your life between both of you have become less because he is getting it elsewhere. So you'll find that he's not interested in that so much sex with you anymore. Have you noticed that in your relationship? Although some men will try to have sex more at home with you just to cover up and will want new and strange positions. He never wanted these positions. He never wanted to try or tried with you before, but suddenly he's introducing these new positions. Have you noticed that? Is there a drastic change in your communication between both of you? Is there a lack of communication between both of you? Is he suddenly practicing more self-care? Have you noticed that about the man? Is he practicing looking after himself more, dressing differently, wearing a new cologne, and paying more attention to his appearance? Watch out for these signs too. Is he being emotionally and physically distant with you or from you? Or suddenly he becomes unreachable by phone and takes long periods to respond to your phone calls or your messages? And has he been suddenly working late hours without unreasonable explanation and he doesn't want you to question him? He seems bored. Have you noticed that? He seems bored with you and also bored with what he usually does, and what usually be of interest to him. He doesn't no longer interested in those things. Have you noticed that? Okay, so you found out you got a sexually transmitted disease, and you never cheated. So how did you get it? Where did it come from? Remember, you never cheated. So how did you get this sexually transmitted disease? It didn't come from the air. It didn't come in the wind. So how did you get it? Think about that. You notice a change in his technology uses, have you? People who are not cheating, they will leave their mobile phones around anywhere and not worry if you answer their calls. But with your man, he's really sketchy with his phones and always texting. Have you noticed that? His phone is always turned to an angle from you so you can't see it. And he makes sure his phone is always within his reach. You know, have you noticed that? Or he will go to bed with you in the night with his phone tucked under his pillow. Yes, so he can check it when you are asleep and not knowing what's going on. He can be checking his phone and texting back and forward. Have you noticed that? Check under his pillow. Check under his pillow. Or have you noticed him sneaking off to answer phone calls because he has a new need for privacy? Something is wrong there. And when you question him, instead of he answering you, he's questioning you instead. Have you noticed that with some men? When they're cheating, when you question them what's going on, they question you instead. Have you noticed that? He will tell you lies, but unless you have hard evidence, he won't admit the truth. Have you noticed money becomes an issue in your relationship and you begin to see large withdrawals from the bank account that you both share together? Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that he's out with friends more often and spends more of his time from home because you have now moved down on his list of priority? Have you noticed that? Has his attitudes changed towards you, or his attitudes overall? Has it changed? Have you noticed that he's avoiding you? Is he accusing you of cheating? If he's accusing you of cheating, most of the time it's because they are the ones who are cheating. And, they're trying, they're feeling guilty. They are feeling very guilty of something. So instead, what they do, they put the blame on you to say that you are cheating because they know fully well that you are not cheating, but because they are guilty, they put it on you. Have you noticed that? Okay. He doesn't want you to question him where he is going. Have you had that experience with your man? You can't ask him, and even if you do ask him, he won't tell you the truth. You can't ask him. Have you noticed that? Now, I have realized that sometimes because they have been cheated on before in the past, so they thinking that to protect themselves, they cheat on you. Not knowing if you're going to cheat on them or not, so they cheat on you. Yes, some of them do that. But how does that make them feel when they do that? How do you ever justify that? Tell me. There cannot be any justification for that, but only feeling of guilt. And children live what they learn from their parents and adults, both good and bad. Sometimes the fathers cheated and the sons become aware of their father's cheating. So when they become adults, they cheat on their wives or their girlfriends too, because that's what their father did. That's what they saw their father did. And they cheat on you. They cheat on you, you know. And I'm sure that they do feel guilty. They do feel guilty, although even if you ask them, They will not confess. They will not confess to having an affair, you know. But they are suffering inside with guilt. Trust me, they are suffering inside with guilt. And they will express that attitude around you. Yes, they will. If you suspect he is cheating, how do you catch them? How do you catch him? You can turn up unannounced. Yes, yes, you can turn up unannounced. You were meant to be at X place at X time, but you have a change of plan unannounced. Don't tell him. Or you go where he is not expecting to see you. Catch him in the act. You try and catch him in the act. Or you can surprise him at work, or where he is regularly hanging out and with his friends, and just turn up there and have an excuse why you stop by. If you know what I mean. Be smart and do it a couple of times just to make sure. Say you will be going here or there, and then plans change at the last minute and you suddenly turn up just to see what he is doing or was doing when he thought that you would be away. You can also use a friend, if you know what I mean. You can also use a friend's profile on Facebook and look up your partner's profile to see if you spot anything suspicious. And you can also check their browsing history. Not all of them will be smart enough to clear their cache. So check their browsing history. What you're actually looking for is to see if they bought anything like ladies cologne, or check any restaurants or any hotels or anything like that, and you were not the one who they took to those places or gave those gifts. That can be a sign. Tell him you'll be late, and then come home suddenly early. Yeah? Or you could follow him. Or have somebody else follow him who you can trust. You could also ask questions, but don't accuse him of anything. Just collect the evidence. Collect the information, collect all the info, and write them down. Compile those evidence. Put them together, so to speak, if you know what I mean. Okay, I know that this video is getting long, so I will stop here for now, and another time I'll do another one. So I hope I have assisted you in some way, and I hope things are going well in your relationship with your spouse. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe. Please click the bell. Please click the like button. Click and share and leave a comment for me. Thank you. Another time I'll make another video similar about different stuff anyway. So bye for now. Take care.